The Brandon Peters Show may contain explicit language and detailed plot points. For more information on the show, stay tuned to the end of the episode.
Happy 4K Blues Day, everyone. It's me, Brandon, and we're going to take a look at some of the things I've received for review or picked up recently or have reviewed on whysoblu.com and the like, and just go through and check out stuff. But first, previously on 4K Blues Day.
The fuck is this?
Your worst nightmare, butthorn!
McBain!
Yeah!
Okay, welcome back. To start out this week, I have picks of the week from previous weeks. Finally, Full Metal Jacket has arrived for me. The Stanley Kubrick film, which was my first pick of the week on this show, the 4K Ultra HD debut, which I had a heck of a time with. It took forever to get to me. I ordered it from Target. I got it at Target. And what happened was it stalled somewhere close to me in delivery, and it just didn't move for days. So I called them, and the guy's like, dude, you should have called after 48 hours of when it was supposed to be there, and then shipped me a new one. And this other one just disappeared off the face of the earth. It's not even in my tracking anymore. Also, as Cruel Jaws, Jaws 5, I've got the limited slip cover that came. This movie is hilarious, and I'm stunned that it came out. This movie uses footage from Jaws 1, 2, and 3D, and illegally, I must say. And it's just sloppily put together Italian movie shot in Florida, which includes like all these like look-alike things I mentioned. If you check my social media, there is kid's birthday party Hulk Hogan. There's live action Prince Adam, Master of the Universe, and Axel Braun's Viggo Mortensen. And if you need to know what that reference is, this ain't no looking this up. Google XXX, whatever, if you want to look at it. My next one I got to pull up is a very special release. In fact, I waited on this video to wait for this to get here so I could show it, but it came, and I've got the most special edition of Whiplash you've seen on 4K Ultra HD. I got the Miles Teller drummed the shit out of it edition on 4K Ultra HD. Yeah, look at that. It true up like it would, at the end of the movie. And yeah, you can see here. Oh yeah, look at that. I bet your Whiplash is not this cool and limited edition as mine. But yes, this is how it got delivered to me from Sony. This is my review copy. Yikes, right? But, it's a drumming movie. It looks like it's been drummed on. So, yeah. I hope your copy of Whiplash 4K Ultra HD has turned out better than mine. Oof. Also, we have Star Trek Picard, Season 1. It's the CBS All Access show. Their second one with Star Trek. They now have been running the lower decks. There's 3, and there's more coming. They're in the Star Trek business now over there. Picard Season 1. It's nice to see Jean-Luc returning. Patrick Stewart has come back, and you can see there's a little... They've actually done the artwork behind it. Picard Season 1. I mean, this has up-to-snuff visuals and audio with Discovery. I haven't got my review quite posted yet. Maybe it'll be posted by the time this posts. It starts out pretty good. I like seeing the characters back, but you need to go beyond that sometimes. The show went through, I think, 3 showrunners, and it kind of feels like it at times. But maybe they got the first season out of there. They know what they want to do better, but it's just fine. It's fine. I'm just not as high on it as other people. I think I mentioned that in the podcast version. It was a Star Trek week. It's from Shout Factory. I got the Captain's Collection, and these are a series of films and things that William Shatner has done. This is a multi-disc set here. It's pretty impressive. It even includes stuff on Chris Pine's Kirk. So you got disc 1 and a disc 2 and a disc 3 and a disc 4. I haven't popped this one in yet to check it out. It comes out at the end of the month, so I've got time on that review. It'll be up on whysoblu.com, the Captain's Collection. And then from Warner Archive, I got Space Ghost and Dino Boy, the complete series. Most of you are probably familiar with Space Ghost Coast to Coast, the faux talk show that was on Adult Swim that kind of paved the way for everything Adult Swim. Space Ghost, it's kind of an enjoyable, nostalgic watch. Everything's really short. Maybe that set up the Adult Swim time length. But this is Hanna-Barbera. I grew up on Hanna-Barbera. Space Ghost, I think most people know what he looks like or know the Adult Swim than what he originally came from. Dino Boy, kind of like an opposite. Perfect to yin and yang with Space Ghost, as it's grounded, prehistoric, and it's futuristic sci-fi stuff. It's alright. I don't know. I'm excited to check this next one out from Warner Brothers. Batman Death in the Family. This one lets you choose Robin's fate. So it goes back to the old comic thing. When the Death in the Family series came out, they had a reader poll. Jason Todd was not a popular Robin amongst the fans, and they voted to have him killed. So we had Death in the Family. That was actually when I started reading Batman comics. This was in the late 80s. And so my introduction to Batman comics was killing off Jason Todd pretty much. It was right around this time. And he stayed dead for the longest time. And then they brought him back to the Red Hood stuff. It was a stunt and proven nobody truly dies in comics. It used to be like Uncle Ben stayed dead, the Wayne stayed dead, Gwen Stacy stayed dead. Jason Todd was stayed dead, but not anymore. I mean, it lasted almost 2 decades of him not coming back. But I'm excited to check out what they did with them. There's other shorts on here too that may be interactive. You can check my review on it. Will be on whysoblu.com. I have also from Shout Factory, I have their Shout Select version of Adaptation, a terrific Spike Jonze movie. Another collaboration with Charlie Kaufman. And this one, though, it has a featurette, the trailer, and a still gallery, which are actually new for the Blu-ray. It's a vintage featurette, but it wasn't included on the original Blu-ray release. But the transfer, everything else is the same. It's got the reversible cover, as you can see. But I actually didn't own Adaptation already, so I'm happy to have it here. A review will be up on whysoblu.com for this one. And now we move on to what's becoming a tradition of 4K BLUsday. My pick of the week, Pierre Lafaux. I don't have it. I'm so far my picks of the week have been stuff I've had to buy and I'm not getting for review copies, which I support the format. I'm not crying about not having review copies, folks. Please, like I said in the beginning, this is a not look what I have and you don't. This is a passion thing, an informative thing, a professional thing. So please don't take that as a whiner thing. So instead, I'm going to show you my UK Studio Canal version of Pierre Lafaux that I've had. I didn't have that. I didn't get there in time for the original Criterion release. They had this really nice one in the UK I picked up. I wasn't going to pay hundreds of whatever they wanted. My Third Man, I also don't have the Third Man Criterion Blu-ray because when I was working in QC, that was one of their first titles, and I saw that one a lot, and I was like, I'll get to it. And then, oops, I didn't get to it, and that one went out of print before I could get it, but there was a 4K restoration on it done overseas, and I have one of those versions, and it's beautiful. So I guess holding out was fine. This one has a lot of good stuff on it, and it's got an interesting way of packaging. It's not deep down in here. It's just like flat, the thing. So very interesting. And then it comes with a book, sorry, I could show it to you, couldn't I? Some really good photography. This is a cool film. Recommend to anybody almost. It's one of his better accessible ones, but it's a really cool film. I'm excited for my new edition to come. Hopefully that'll be on next week's show. I can show you the Criterion one. Lastly, my vintage release. It was Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 1. just because of all the Star Trek stuff I have this week. These are some of the finest in Blu-ray releases across the board. TV, movies, what have you. It's an astounding restoration job done in these things. And this first season may not have been everyone's favorite, but it was a heck of a fun time to go back through when these came out, because when they were released, they were finalized on video. So all the special effects were done on video, not the film, because they were shot on film, transferred to video, the effects and everything came, and they show it on the back, so you can see kind of a little difference. But they had to go back. They went through the reels of the original footage. They had to find the takes and basically re-edit the entire season of Star Trek: The Next Generation to get it up to snuff with Blu-ray standards, and then redo the visual effects on them. And they did the effects to match what they had, which is the right choice, I think. And man, they're stunning. They look beautiful. And it stinks that, you know, they came at a high price. I mean, if you look at the work put into them and the money funneled in, it makes sense. And it sucks as a fan when you've already bought this on DVD and then you have to get it. And VHS, Star Trek fans bought them on VHS too. So I'm sorry to pass that up. You bought them on VHS, you bought them on DVD. And then the whole series goes on Netflix. And I think a lot of people that weren't the collectors, that they were fine with their DVDs and their Netflix, or even not even having that, just Netflix, it came at the wrong time. Had this come out towards the start of Blu-ray, I might have done better. I think the original series sold pretty well on Blu-ray, and those look gorgeous too. But Next Generation kind of hit at a crossroads, and the price didn't match the demand. And we're grateful they got through the whole series of this. Like, I was worried they were going to stop, but they did. Unfortunately, man, Deep Space Nine didn't get it. I would have loved Deep Space Nine to have gotten this treatment. But there is some footage that was done for the documentary What We Leave Behind from Shout Factory did it, and that footage looks pretty. So check it out. All right, that'll do it for this week on 4K BLUsday. Next week, we got that Friday the 13th box set coming. I'm not reviewing that one. They told me that they are not sending out review copies for them. So people who are reviewing them are probably doing it on their own accord, or they have a very special circumstance, but they are not, due to them knowing it's going to sell and knowing how limited it is, they're not sending out review copies. But I will do a video. I might have to do a video just dedicated to that one because it is huge. So next Tuesday might be just a video with everything. And then when I get the Friday the 13th set from Shout Factory, I will do that one, probably a separate one. So look out for that. I know there's probably already going to be plenty of them coming up here this week. I didn't order mine from Shout Factory, but hey, it is what it is. And if you like this channel, if you like me talking about them, there you go. But if not, go check them out somewhere else. I don't care. But I'll be back tomorrow. We got another episode of Old Space Show as we continue Space 1999. And then Thursday, there will be a video version on this YouTube channel of Monday's Back to the Future episode. And that one's really cool. I did a little bit more with the video. I added some slides and stuff for visual referencing. And it features some more casting choices that weren't in the podcast episode that I cut for time. So you'll have Goldie Wilson cast. And Troy Brownfield's got a stunner for that one that we just said, done, moving on. So don't miss that. If you really like the Back to the Future episode, listening to the uncut version is really beneficial and a different experience. So until tomorrow, always remember, keep the positivity in your online film chatter.
Thank you for listening. The Brandon Peters Show is a Creative Zombie Studios production. Produced by Brad Shoemaker and Brandon Peters. Written and edited by Brandon Peters. Announcer vocals by Jessica Alsman. Theme song by Metavari. Web design and show art by Brad Shoemaker with Brandon Peters. All music and clips featured in the episode are property of their respective studios, and no infringement is intended. Additional information on this and other episodes at thebrandonpetershow.com. For any inquiries, press opportunities, or sponsorship, contact mail@thebrandonpetershow.com. The show is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere podcasts are found.